Hello, everyone, and welcome. As people are still coming in the door, we want to welcome you with a very happy new year message this year. And yeah, welcome. Welcome to this Catapult on 1-1 in this 1 year. Welcome to this moment. Welcome to this breath. And welcome to this threshold of beginning. We've traveled an arc together. It's been a beautiful 4 months. We started on the 9-9 when we focused on the release, the choice to release. We released, and then on 10-10, we remembered. 11-11, we embodied. 12-12, we aligned, and now here we are. The 1-1-1, we arrive at this living doorway, the choice to emerge. It's so nice to see all of you coming in today. Thank you for joining us, and we welcome all of you. We welcome so many new beginnings here. We're excited to bring this very spacious, it's not a program, it's just this beautiful transmission of amazing people. I can't wait to bring this message to you today, and this music and this talent that's here. So thank you for settling in with us. And remember, it's not just a new year that we're celebrating. This is the beginning of a new era, a new epoch, the great turning, the dawn of a unitive age. This is an important time for us on the planet. So let's welcome this new beginning with presence, coherence, with the quiet strength of a soul that knows it belongs to the whole. It knows it belongs here. This is how emergence happens, right? Life gathers, it ripens, it rises, and we rise within it. We're going to talk about building a field and allowing the new to emerge through this field of coherence that we're all a part of here. So through our thoughts, words, deeds, through our relationships, our work, our nervous systems, we are going to walk on the earth and be this new. I like that. Be this new, be the newness. Barbara Marx Hubbard always used to say, I'm not getting older, I'm getting newer. And today we can officially say, yes, we are newer. Today is a day all about newness. So let's let this be simple. A simple gathering, a shared field, a community choosing to live what we know is true in form. We have a few agreements that I'd like to just remind you of. In this container, we welcome a few gentle agreements like let yourself arrive fully. Turn off your devices, silence your phone. Don't let those dings disturb your experience here with us today. And let the chat be a sanctuary. Let it be sacred with minimal reflections and resonance and blessings. And then really let the transmission land beneath the words today. Just really allow yourself to come fully in. There's a shared pulse here, many hearts, one coherent intention, and it changes what is possible. So thank you for showing up. Today, we're blessed by many wise companions and wisdom keepers who have helped us name what's emerging here today. And I can't wait for you to hear their message and their music, if they're musicians. So we're going to introduce them now. And then when it's their turn, we're not going to bother with an introduction of them. So I'm going to introduce them to you one at a time, but we're going to bring them all on screen here. So here's Kristin Hoffmann. We're going to start with her today after my transmission. Singer, musician, and luminous presence whose voice carries medicine into the heart and helps coherence become felt. I just told her I could listen to 90 minutes of just her voice. Thanks for being here, Kristin. And hereditary Chief Filling Jr., elder, teacher, and visionary voice for the great turning and the long arc of prophecy becoming visible in our time. Thank you, Brother Phil. Thank you. Marshall Lefferts, a voice for harmonic science and the living mathematics of coherence, helping us feel the harmonic option as a real way to live. Marshall, so happy for you to be with us. And Amelie Grace, astrologer, Gene Keys guide, and transmission artist, offering symbolic intelligence for evolutionary timing and soulful alignment. Amelie, thank you. You've been here all 5 of our portals, and you are a fan favorite. We're so happy you're still with us. Thank you so much for all your gifts. And with us always, Teresa Collins, co-founder of the Global Coherence Pulse and founding presence of the Connection Field, bringing whole systems coherence and community fieldwork into the heart of what we're building together. And we were to have Don Oscar Miro-Quesada with us. We're going to keep watching the waiting room and make sure he's not stuck in there. But if he comes on board, we'll be introducing him then. So thank you all. Thank each of you for saying yes, especially on this holiday threshold. Your presence really matters and your gifts are exquisite. So thank you. So happy to have you all here.
Aim Punchao, Julie. I am here.
Oh, excellent. Where are you?
I've been here for a while.
Okay. There he is. Yay. Okay. You know what? Here we are. Mwah. Don Oscar. I'm so happy that thank you for speaking up and being here too. Indigenous wisdom holder, ceremonial guide, bringing sacred reciprocity and grounded spirituality into the way we meet new beginnings here. Thank you, Don Oscar. I'm so happy that you're with us here. Yay. Thank you. That makes me feel good and relaxed. I love that. Okay, let's all settle in and get present before we hear from our guests today. I just want to really bring us into this moment. 111 is a moment of this clean architecture. It's a single line. It's this simple pillar of the one, but it's a unified beginning. It's like unified. Think about unity and one and oneness. And here we are at the 111. It invites a pattern as a way of being. It's a coherent yes that we all can live. Emergence is the intelligence of life taking its next step. And through the most ordinary places, how we speak, how we listen, how we repair, how we choose. And this year, we're naming the deeper current harmonic emergence, a way of living that carries coherence into form. So our homes, our communities, our systems, our work, our creations begin to echo the unitive reality we already know in our bones. And that's what today is all about. It's like we're here to live it now. That's why you're called in. That's why you're attracted in. So before we hear from our guest, like I said, let's begin with a short opening attunement. Just settling into the field where emergence becomes possible. Just allow yourself to let your shoulders soften, let your jaw unclenched. Close your eyes if you can. Let your breath become a home that you can return to. If you want to place one hand over your heart and the other on your belly, just feel the simple experience of being alive. Feel into your aliveness and the field that holds you, the earth beneath you, the sky above you, the quiet intelligence moving through life. And breathe as you belong. Breathe as if you belong because you do. Inhale and let yourself be gathered. Exhale and let yourself be offered. Inhale, coherence. Exhale, blessing. Let this new year begin in the nervous system. Let it begin in the way you meet this moment, in the quality of your presence. Emergence rises in a prepared field, a field made ready by tenderness, by truthfulness, a field made ready by love expressed as attention. Today, we welcome what wants to come through in our lives, our communities, our world. May our choices become clear, our courage become gentle, our coherence become contagious. With the next breath, just feel the body's quiet intelligence. Feel the way this moment is already holding you. We're entering a threshold of reverence because something larger is moving. The old ways are collapsing, not as punishment, but as information, as compost, as the necessary loosening of structures that can no longer hold what humanity is becoming. And here's the deeper invitation. Emergence is not a concept. It's how life creates. A seed does not try to become a tree. The dawn does not work hard to arrive. A flock does not debate the next turn in the sky. Life listens and life moves, and we are that life. Emergence is what happens when coherence reaches a threshold. When the conditions are right, the next reality rises quietly, inevitably, through what is already here. This is why we're calling 2026 the year of harmonic emergence. The emergence of intelligence, the hidden order becoming visible, the whole remembering itself through us. So let this land today on the 111. We're not waiting for the great turning. We are living it into being, not as philosophy, but as practice with every breath, every interaction, the way we spend our time when no one is watching, with the way we speak to the people we love and the people we don't know, with the way we treat the earth beneath our feet, and with the way we listen to the guidance inside of the quiet. Harmonic emergence begins when we choose to live as if it is so now, when we carry the future not as a fantasy, but as a frequency. Because coherence is not merely a feeling, it's a creative force, a shaping field, a way the world reorganizes itself around truth. And each of us is a turning point right here, right now. We're an instrument within that field. Your attention, your words, your choices, your presence matter. And finally, just feel this field in this community. Feel all of those gathering here today, not as an audience, but a living network of remembrance. Our brothers and sisters, a chorus of people choosing this new tone as a place where the future can land. So take one slow breath and let it be a vow to live from coherence, to walk as if belonging is real, because it is. A vow to let love become practical in your calendar, in your speech, in your hands, in your home. This year does not ask for our perfection. It asks for presence, sincerity. It asks for courage to keep choosing the clear note. And when we do, something begins to reorganize itself around us. This is harmonic emergence. This is the great turning lived. This is the divine becoming visible through our ordinary lives that are aligned. So welcome to the 111, the choice to emerge. Welcome to this year of harmonic emergence. And with that, I bring you Don Oscar Miro-Quesada.
Infinite gratitude, my good sister. It feels as if everything you spoke has already been downloaded within the soul body of all present. Therefore, I offer a simple runasimi, mouth of the people, invocation to begin our opening. Runasimi, or Quechua, commonly known as what we speak in the highlands of the Andes. It is an onomatopoeic language. It replicates the sounds of the living, pulsing, sentient, natural world. Therefore, I invite you all to place both of your palms directed to the screen. And receive the blessings of Wilcanina, of the sacred flames of beginning and of evolving presence. And receive these words with love, warming your hands so that through those warmed hands, when you touch your heart is welcoming and receptive to everything that will be shared as the collective field of imaginal souls here gathered. Yuxia akyai manang nyaupak nirkanku runa kaiskauchu manang kausaipach kuspinaipak tukuita munaiskai runa kaskuichu iskak kausai nyokapi puriskanta sumach sonkowang uyari spanyokaika ima kausaika kaipacha suyuita benesitu kai hunainkuita benesitu kai pachapi kausaipi aipainui munayuh kanapa kaipanta benesitu yokanchaimanta yukchikma kaska kausaita yapachung ina rikininta kuchichuchung munaita yuraichung yuchay niyuh kaipa ina hinaya. Place both of your hands over your heart center, scooping up this transmission, and receive the English translation of this Quechua invocation, this opening ceremonial prayer. Loosely, it translates as follows: choose to come forth, to emerge, not as the person you were told to be, not as the person you were forced to become in order to survive, but rather as who you are, as the I am. When, with a good and steady heart, you listen to life as it moves through you. We bless this field of connection. We bless this gathering. We bless the strength and courage required to choose life in this time. May whatever comes forth through us support life, restore confidence and mutual trust, and remember love a force endowed with intelligence and knowing. So it is. Therefore, my beloveds, let us begin what Julie initiated us into, which is our sacred breath, bringing awareness to the inhale and exhale in an unhurried, effortless manner through the nose, your jaw and mandible relaxed, loose, the tip of your tongue gently in touch with the upper palate, your facial countenance blissful, relaxed, receptive, open, awake. And as you breathe in and out, you welcome the dawn that does not arrive within the way of fireworks, but with soul presence. We welcome ourselves to the 111, not a date, not a number, but a decision point in the living body of humanity. So as I share these words that came through in alignment with the visionary purpose of Catapult that Julie has so meticulously orchestrated as part of her service path to the great work, I remind us all that today is not about resolutions, for resolutions fracture under pressure. Today is about emergence. And emergence is not something you decide with your mind. It is something your soul has already begun before you incarnated, whether conscious or unconscious of this truth. Therefore, this gathering is a time of great unraveling of Pachacuti, of world reversal, cosmic transformation. And it is an extraordinary opportunity for us to really show up, to speak our truth unhindered by fear, doubt, insecurity, and to remain open to the outcome of this journey into mystery. So as we gather in this time of unraveling, let's be honest about that as well. As Julie mentioned, systems are failing, certainties are dissolving, old maps no longer agree with the terrain that we've been conditioned to walk. Yet we are also hearing a very clear whisper without spiritual varnish. And it says something like this, if I may share the whisper that is within my own heart. Collapse is not the opposite of creation. It is the womb laboring. For we are not here to fix the world. The old world is complete. We are here to midwife what has been quietly assembling within us through grief, courage, listening, and love. This catapult is not an escape hatch. It is a planetary rite of passage, a remembering that humanity evolves the same way forests do, through cycles of death, decay, and dazzling renewal. So let us name what has brought us here. Some of us have arrived tired. Some arrive aching. Some arrive hopeful but wary, because hope has been broken before. All that belongs. Nothing is required to be different right now. Just present, just willing, just honest enough to say, something in me knows there is more. And that is this connection field. A living coherence born the moment we choose to gather not as spectators of the future, but as participants in its becoming. Here, no one is ahead, no one is behind. Each of you is an essential imaginal cell in the chrysalis large enough to hold a planet. And now we cross the threshold of 1-1. This is the 111 portal, the signal of new frequency, new alignment, new responsibility, not perfection, but capital P, presence. not certainty, but capital C, courage, not knowing all the answers, but choosing to embody the question with integrity. Therefore, you are invited now, gently, deliberately, to place one hand on your heart and the other directed to the screen, bonding us all. And wherever you feel, in your mind, body, soul, and spirit, speak inwardly or aloud, if you wish, the following words. I choose to emerge.
I choose to emerge.
Not as who I was told to be,
Not as who I was told to be,
but not as who I had become to survive.
but
Not as
not
who
as who
I
I
am
become to
survive.
survive,
But as who I am when I listen deeply to life moving through me.
But as who I am when I listen to life's moving terms.
Scoop up with your left hand the field, bring it over your right. Take a deep breath, retain it, crystallizing this transmission into every fiber of your being. And on the count of 3, fukui, or blow forth into the screen, the sacred breath of our unitive field. 1, 2, 3. And so we bless this field. We bless this gathering. We bless the courage it takes to be alive at this time. May what emerges through us serve life, restore trust, and remember that love is a force of intelligence. Take one more breath and let us begin our celebration of Catapult into a new time, the Taripaipacha, the age of re-encounter. Thank you all for allowing these prayers and this opening ceremony to nourish your lives. Yes, you say, yes, you said. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Oscar. It was exquisite. Without any further ado, we'll bring in the angelic sounds of Kristin Hoffmann.
Oh, that was incredible, done, Oscar. As always, feeling that connection which you call in to every heart. Before I begin the music, I did hear a few mics unmuted, and I just want to invite everyone to just double check and make sure you're muted so that the music can be as pure as possible. Thank you. Continuing with this theme of emergence, I'm going to really open the field, open our circle, and invite you to send in your intention, your love, your heart, and we'll see what wants to come through the music. I call this practice soul light, weaving with Om, Soul Om, the vibration of the universe. I offer this today in the highest frequency of love and harmony that I know how to hold in this vessel. And here we go. That is not the song. Here we go. Oh just now. When you feel this love arise from deep within your heart, you'll remember how to feel and hold it, it's real. You'll remember the light of you. The soul's voice calling you home. It's your choice. It's your soul's voice calling you home. Hold your hands up to the fire. Remember from where you came. It's the soul's voice calling you home today. It's calling your name. We will rise up together, dear family. We will rise up again as one. We will rise up in this remembrance.
No words worthy of breaking this silence.
Blessings.
Thank you, beloved sister.
I love you so much.
I love you too. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you for holding this very potent space and for all your love. Love you.
I'll just pulse that out to the planet. We're all feeling it. We're feeling it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's do this. Let's bring on Hereditary Chief Phil Lane Jr. for some magical words to share.
Well, thank you, my dear sister Julie, and I thank so much Brother Don Oscar for your beautiful prayer and expressions, as well, of course, my Toja Kristin Hoffmann, who just always uplifts my soul to dimensions that go beyond the murmur of syllables and sounds or the world of names. Ofoot, one of the great Hitasha chiefs of the Blackfoot Confederacy, said before he passed from this world into the spiritual worlds beyond, life is like the breath of a buffalo on a cold day, or a firefly on a warm summer night, or the shadows vanishing before the setting sun. That's life. So I'd like to ask us to step back for a moment from this physical world of time and space, and to the very best we can, although it's way beyond our capacities to understand and see this universe, this cosmos we live in, that has no end, no beginning, and how it's being unfolded for so many thousands, billions of years, in which our experience is just a brief moment. And yet we've been endowed with the capacity to see the fullness of this unfolding in the world that we know. For thousands upon thousands of years, the fastest the human family could travel was the speed of a horse. Thousands of years. But then on May 24th, 1844, something happened that signaled this very age in which we're in. William Morris, within the chambers of the Supreme Court of the United States, with a wooden telegraph except for the copper components that had been wired exactly 44 miles to Baltimore, to the Montclair station, sent the first telegraph message ever in history that transcended everything we knew about the spread of information, the connecting of human beings. And the words he wrote was, "What hath God wrought?" And from that point, for the last 182 years, our human family is experiencing a parabolic curve of transformation. And so we can see it was almost as if some divine revelation was infused into every molecule in the universe, endowing it with a whole new potentiality never before experienced before by our human family. And so we can begin to see from 1844 the slow beginning of the parabolic curve. And then, as we know from that slow beginning, it begins to arch up. And we see all these new technologies, new social movements, New understandings come flowing into this world of time and space, flowing into this world of time and space. And it accelerates and accelerates. And at a point in a parabolic curve, you have where it goes vertically, literally vertically up, moving like this. And if we look at 2026, we have hit that vertical climb, the parabolic curve, straight up, straight up. So interesting that in 1863, along the Platte River in Nebraska, a young boy was born, a Hakasapa black elk, who 9 years later in 1872 had a great vision. A vision which, when we understand it, parallels in the journey up the most great mountain of all, this parabolic curve we're now experiencing right now. And he saw what would happen as we go through this parabolic curve and to our indigenous peoples, the Ocheti, Chikoan, and others. And yet, by surrendering to the Creator, he finds himself in the highest mountain of all, which is where we're moving. And from this highest mountain of all, he looks down and sees the sacred hoop of his people, which is the hoop of many hoops. And it was holy. In the center stood a mighty flowering tree overshadowing the children of one father and one mother. And he said, I saw more than I could understand. I understood more than I could say. For I was seeing the shape of all things that should come together in wholeness and oneness. And then he says, I turned to the east, and two men were coming flying like arrows, the same one that came and took him from his teepee when he was lying ill for 12 days in a coma. And they came and gave an herb to him from the daybreak star that rose between them, the daybreak star herb, with 4 blossoms, red or scarlet, red, yellow, black, and white. And they said, with this herb, you shall have power over all things. And I took it, he said, and dropped it upon the earth, and where it fell, there was no more darkness. Light streamed up. Mitakiepi, the parabolic curve is moving. We have a choice. We have a choice to walk the path of unity and diversity, of understanding we're one human family, intimately related to everything in this physical world of time and space, both seen and unseen. We are on an eternal journey, part of a divine unfolding, divine plan that has been unfolding from the very beginning that has no beginning. Each of us a sovereignty, ancient, imperishable, and everlasting, that we are beginning to realize as this journey unfolds. So we have a choice at this moment of the vertical rise of the parabolic curve. Do we go with the sacred spirit that's animating all things in this cosmic universe, of which we're part and right in the center? For as Black Elk said, the center of the universe is everywhere. Because Mitakiepi, we know from the studies of the paired electrons, where no matter how far apart they are, when you turn one's direction, the other one turns the other direction. So we know there's an energy connecting this entire cosmos. No matter how great it may seem through all these telescopes, they're only seeing a small part of it. That we're intimately related everywhere all at once, instantaneously with all the universe. So what's happening right here, from what we can see and experience, is happening everywhere throughout the entire cosmos, being infused by a power that transcends even the worlds of time and space, of which our sacred soul, our spirit, is a reflection. And so we talk Yepi as we move forward in this transformational process in 2026 through these great portals, that we might surrender to this holy power and realize that all comes from within, and that all the tests and difficulties before us and those that we've gone through have been there for a very specific purpose. That's to purify our hearts and remember that outwardly it may seem like fire and vengeance, but inwardly it's always purifying water if we walk the path with conscious faith and love and justice and compassion. Howard Michante Washtelo, Shunk Manohemeado, Chinupasapa Howard Michante Washte. My names are Shinkmano and Chinupasapa, and I stand fully responsible before the Creator for all my words, my actions. Howard Michante Washte. Aho.
Aho. Oh, thank you, Brother Phil. Thank you. And thanks for mentioning Nebraska and the Platte River, my home. And we move on to Marshall Lefferts, who's going to bring in the message of this harmonic emergence we're here gathered for. Marshall.
Thank you so much. Wow, my cells are just effervescing from all that's been shared from Brother Phil and Kristin and Oscar and Julie. This portal is so palpable, and my body is just lit right now, which is wonderful. I was actually I don't usually celebrate New Year's Eve as a regular thing, but here on Maui, a friend has like the best place to have a big dance party. And so we were up dancing till like 2 a.m. last night. And I highly recommend, if you don't have dance in your life, bring it into your life, because really it's one of the best ways we can move ourselves literally into a more harmonic and resonant place in our beings. And so great way to celebrate. And I was really thinking about this 111 portal in the harmonic context and in this time of harmonic emergence. And 111 harmonically is unison. And so this is a unison moment. And I like to think of it as unison at the next octave of this emergence process that we're in. And it's a very powerful moment to come to in the journey of humanity. I love what Oscar said about the Pachacuti, the world reversal. That's such a simple yet powerful image there, and of the insiding out that seems to be what we're going through at this time. And the shifting from, I would say, a world of dissonance in the harmonic context, where the ability to sustain dissonance is very difficult. It takes a lot of energy, and it's not something that even in the physical world can happen for very long, let alone in the emotional, mental, spiritual realms. It's not something that you can sustain. And so the reversal is inevitable, really, in that context of coming into this world of dissonance, the world that I know all of us here live in. And wow, what a great blessing to be with everybody, and knowing this in our hearts and in our bodies and our souls, that this is the world we live in a world of resonance. And to be here at this threshold, it really does feel, as also Brother Phil said, that this this transitional time right now coming into this year is truly pivotal. So it's an honor to be here with everyone. And Julie asked me to share today about, I've been working for a number of years on bringing the harmonic paradigm into the world. And we can share more later about what some of that is manifesting as. But a particular piece that Julie asked me to share about is what I call the harmonic option. And I'm actually just going to read what I've written because it's the best way for me to transmit with clarity this message to you today. Humanity has a world-changing, yet relatively unknown opportunity to innovate breakthrough solutions to the existential crises we are facing across many sectors of society and life. It is called the harmonic option, in recognition that the universe is made, manifests, organizes, and operates harmonically through frequency, resonance, and coherence. And that by applying these principles to innovative solutions, we can literally bring harmony to Earth. As an example, imagine using quantum resonance to shift the paradigm of commercial agriculture. Well, there is an application called Uptera that uses geometric structures and energy imprinting to structure water for irrigation on commercial agricultural scales, and then imprints that water with the energy signatures of the nutrients and the pesticides instead of using chemicals. And then they can monitor that, as as Brother Phil said, through that field, through that entangled field, they can monitor what's happening in the fields and then adjust these frequencies. And they have a few years of track record in the field with this now, with amazing data about reducing water usage and healthier plants and growth, and all based on these harmonic principles. And so they're shifting away from what they call brute force chemistry to this resonance model. And it's exemplary of what comes when we choose to work with nature's harmonic intelligence. And there are numerous other solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health. Obviously, I think one of the primary objectives in the near term is to help humanity's nervous systems get out of stress. And there are many ways that can happen through these technologies and modalities. A lot in medical diagnostics and treatments and energy generation and transmission, moving away from the current EMF technologies that are being used into ones that are beneficial for biology. Transportation, ultimately with gravity control, which I believe is already here and has been here for a while from other sources. And environmental regeneration and even nuclear waste remediation. There are technologies that can do that. And that's an amazing thing to have available to us at this time. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg, given that the potential for application development based on harmonic principles has long been sidelined, actually, and in some cases hidden and suppressed. It's actually been around for a long time, and it is being used in many ways, but not necessarily for the best purposes. So this is a paradigm shift to what I call harmonic science. And quantum physics shows that reality is composed of dynamic packets of energy, or quanta of action, as it's called, expressed most fundamentally as light and sound. And these waves move through a universal medium, often referred to as the ether or the Planck field, and which includes information and consciousness as the unified field as a whole. And they form standing wave patterns that manifest as subatomic particles, atoms, and all that forms as matter. This entire dynamic process unfolds through resonance and dissonance, constructive and destructive wave interactions, in an interplay that we call harmony. And as such, there is a fundamental paradigm called harmonic science that underlies all other scientific analysis of natural phenomena that arise from it. And harmonic science is not a new paradigm, though. It is a true paradigm. And I think this is part of that world reversal, is coming out of the kind of confused idea about the paradigm of the nature of the universe and reversing it into the true understanding and relating of the paradigm of the nature of the universe. And so while harmonic science may at first seem like a new field of science, it has actually been recognized for millennia, having been mostly sidelined for a few centuries until this time. And it is now rapidly emerging as researchers, engineers, innovators, and inventors increasingly realize this foundational paradigm of science and its effectiveness in restoring balance, coherence, and harmony when deliberately brought into application. Applying principles of harmonic science aligns resonance-based energy solutions directly with the harmonic integrity of the cosmos, offering humanity the opportunity to utilize the power of the harmonic quantum field itself. And with this understanding comes the greatest opportunity humanity has yet to realize is at hand right now. That is to consciously choose and enact the harmonic option. By acknowledging the truth of the paradigm of harmonic science and putting it into practical application to solve critical issues in our world, humanity can change course to a truly viable, sustainable, and harmonizing direction of conscious evolution to literally bring harmony to Earth, literally bring harmony to Earth. It is, in fact, a spiritual imperative to act upon this choice, given the perennial quest of all natural philosophies and spiritual lineages to engender peace and harmony in the world. And once this option becomes consciously revealed, there is an ethical obligation to choose it with unflinching conviction and an innate certainty of the beneficial outcomes it inevitably guarantees. The harmonic option comes with a fundamental mandate, though, aligning with and tapping into the power that creates, organizes, and sustains all that exists within the cosmos requires responsibility and integrity commensurate with that power. We have the power of the cosmos itself to put into our service, with the ability to do so for either the benefit of all life or for detrimental purposes. For example, utilizing frequencies to affect change in our physical bodies, minds, and emotions can be applied for restoring balance and health or causing stress and disease. Both options are available when you understand that all organic systems are innately operating through dynamics of frequency, resonance, and coherence. These natural dynamics can be influenced to either enhance or diminish vitality and harmony. Embracing the power of harmonic intelligence, along with the power of other rapidly emerging technical innovations such as AI and robotics, quantum computing, genetic modification, weather modification, and so much more, absolutely comes with a socio-spiritual requirement. Humanity must grow out of the current adolescent phase of mass consciousness and commit to embodying our innate natural power as mature adults. This is a spiritual imperative that will determine the path ahead for generations to come. In my recent journey of bringing this paradigm into the world, I have established two organizations. One is called Harmonic Alliance, and the other is called Harmonic Science Alliance. And so this next part references those. It says, as a private nonprofit spiritual foundation, Harmonic Alliance exists to help people understand and embrace the harmonic option, and to raise awareness, inspire collective action, and ensure that this path is pursued solely for the benefit of all life on Earth and beyond. Working in concert with our integrated auxiliary organization, Harmonic Science Alliance, we combine two essential roles. Harmonic Science Alliance provides the knowledge, research, and engineering solutions and lays out the map of how harmonic principles can be applied to address today's biggest challenges in health, in the environment, in energy, agriculture, water, and more. And harmonic alliance ensures that these solutions are guided by core values, peace, cooperation, maturity, and accountability, so that the technologies and approaches developed truly serve humanity and the planet with mature responsibility for aligning with the power they bring. And with these alliances, science and spirit are unified in harmony. Science and spirit are unified in harmony. They are. This is the beauty of it, actually. It's one and the same thing. Harmony is what we feel in our spiritual beings as the truth of who we are, and harmony is the nature of the universe that we can align with. And integrating and calling forth the totality of our beings for the urgent purpose of embracing and enacting the harmonic option ethically, practically, and responsibly. The vast majority of humanity does not know of this option to literally bring harmony to Earth. Through awareness campaigns, educational programs, strategic alliances with scientific, social, and spiritual networks, and with the commitment of aligned funding sources, Harmonic Alliance and Harmonic Science Alliance, and all the allies that are, this is the beautiful part, there are so many wonderful allies already bringing this harmonic paradigm into the world. It's amazing to watch as I'm bringing this in, how much is just expanding. But we're ready to promote, strategize, and enact the harmonic option. And it is humanity's natural birthright and ethical imperative to do so, offering what is the most viable path for long-term regenerative success on Earth and beyond. And so the harmonic option is fully available to us. We have the knowledge of how to do it. We have the inner knowing that this is the true paradigm of who we are. And we have this spiritual conviction that, yes, this is the right and good thing to do at this time. And we were very blessed to be at this moment together and be able to step into this path in this new year on this 111 portal day and say yes fully to that at this time. So thank you for listening, and thank you, Julie, for inviting me to share today.
We say yes. We say yes, Marshall. I love the spiritual imperative to act, ethical obligation, humanity's natural birthright. We're all in. We're a yes. And dear community, we're going to bring you lots more, Marshall, in this coming year. And we're going to do this harmonic emergence event February 20th. Mark your calendar. We're going to be talking a lot about harmonics and harmonic leadership and the harmonic emergence of this year. So thank you for your leadership, your pioneering leadership, Marshall, and everything you're doing to bring this forward in beautiful ways.
Thank you.
Congratulations too.
Thank you so much. I'm really grateful to be here with you all.
Yeah, thank you. And you know who always helps us integrate and really get this on a cosmic scale. I'm really happy to bring back Amelie Grace, who's going to talk about the astrology of this time and this year. And Amelie, I'm just, like I said, so grateful that you've joined us this entire time. And you always make things pop and crackle in our awareness. It's just a beautiful thing. So thanks for sharing.
Thank you, Julie. What a brilliant container we've been in. Whether you've come to every single one of these Catapult sessions or this is your first one, you're receiving the full imprint of what this time period has been that Julie was sensing into many months before the 9/9. She saw the math. She got the download, to hit these very critical moments in sequence and walk through a process to bring us across a threshold. And I've been here in every one of these sessions, and it's real. Today, I've been weeping in just the fullness of this transmission. It's so incredibly alive, and my heart is bursting in love for each of you, for the ones who have been presenting and for the people in this room. I just, wow, I'm feeling so incredibly grateful. And we're going to talk stars. We're going to talk how are the cosmic order of things reflecting these times. And it's such a beautiful way to confirm that which we are already in. You know, the sky is a mirror of our collective emergence, and it speaks in the grammar of pattern. So we get to tune to the language, we get to listen to the language of pattern. And then when we speak to it, it just coheres our perception of what is happening right now. And what Marshall was, I mean, every piece of this transmission today is so mirrored in the sky. Julie in her opening said that emergence is the intelligence of life taking its next step. And if there was ever an astrological year ahead of us that's like really us taking a next step, it is 2026. Because we have all of the outer planets changing signs, other than Pluto, who's already changed, but all the rest of the outer planets, including Jupiter and Saturn and Neptune and Uranus, all moving in to air and fire signs. That is momentous. You never see, I mean, I haven't tried to go back and figure out how many times that's happened, but it's just uncanny. These long-term orbital cycles, some of them 165 years to move through, it, are all synchronized, going click, next step, initiation, fire, air, new level of intelligence, communications. How are we aligning to these higher orders of harmonic intelligence? And I'm really sensing how there is a new kind of aliveness that's coming into our lived experience. Like we're talking so much about embodiment and how to come back to the home frequency. If all our work is, all we ever need to know is the frequency of our being. If I can just come back and know that tone. But there's this new kind of aliveness that's awakening. And so later this month, Neptune's going to be moving into Aries and staying there for being in Pisces since 2011. And this is about ultimate reality, like us tuning in Neptune to the true unitive consciousness, actually coming into direct, immediate experience, the immediacy of our present moment experience. And that's Aries. Aries is life. It's how we embody things. And so that's just happening. We're coming into a more direct experience effortlessly of higher order realities. So harmonic intelligence is 100% descending, and the frequency of it is getting more recognizable to us. We're like, oh, I know that. So we're coming home to that. And what does that set up? That brings in, we have Saturn moving into Aries alongside Neptune, and they're together. So the imaginal plane of Neptune and the structural 3D plane of Capricorn that can hold the structures are, joining forces. We're bridging imaginal into 3D, which is really just form waking up to itself, us waking up to form, the living intelligence inside of matter. And this bridge is happening to bring about a disciplined embodiment of our spiritual truth. So, unison at the next octave, what Marshall was talking about. This is what we are tracking here on a large scale. So, this is a year of air and fire. And I want to touch on a couple of those things. And then we're going to touch a bit more on like the month of January and just look at the Capricorn Aquarius. And so Uranus will move into Gemini in April. And this is about, the planet Uranus is awakening us to Gemini, information, cognition, communication, connection. So it's as if language and how we think, how we speak, how we share meaning is all going to be going through this rapid, radical up level, because that's how Uranus works. It revolutionizes what it touches. So, what other places do we communicate other than just our words? Like the dance that Marsha was bringing in, like how much are we communicating through our movement and our transmission of being through that frequency? So, coming back to these original languages, I mean, when Don Oscar was giving his prayer, it you can feel where it's not words. It's the words that are transmitting the frequency of being. And I think that's what we're going to start to experience more coming through our vessels to become transmission artists and ceremonialists. Jupiter's going to be moving into Leo, which is in the summertime, which is just so much of the sovereign self coming in and the creative expression, individuality taking up its dignified mantle of taking up space to be a soul in this world and serve. And then, of course, Pluto being in Aquarius. This is the deep structural rewiring of our collective systems that we've been experiencing the last many years. And it's about power shifts in from, the old guard into networked, innovative, and also power shifts into frequency based. So again, the language, Aquarius has this language of frequency. So those are the air and fire pieces. And it's like, get ready because the ignition, there's going to be movement. I love the courage message that's been coming through. There's inspiration. There's this willingness to put ourselves out there and say, this is my spiritual birthright. I am going to live this. It's no longer philosophy. I'm bringing it into the immediacy of my presence and my expression into life. Okay. So that's kind of a big picture of just the elementals of the year. I want to touch on the full moon that's coming up. We come into the new year with a bang on January 3rd, just 2 days from now. We have a full moon in Cancer, and it's got a stellium of Capricorn that is holding this beautiful pull. And I'm going to be brief here because I realize that time I may not have the full time to just download the whole thing, but of course, reach out to me. I would love to meet and counsel with any of you who want to know more about this. One of the things that stand out to me about this Cancer full moon is that it's activating the 38th and 39th gene key. And this is about channeling our instinctual power in service for a higher purpose. So we can take on insurmountable and formidable obstacles with effortlessness. We're able to meet the deep challenges of dissonance by bringing our full honor, this is the force of perseverance. We meet the moment and we bring something through. So I'm just looking at my notes here. Yes, so the full moon is about unleashing a chain reaction that results in a stream of dynamic, liberating energy. And the Cancer piece is that it's personal. This is a personal, our open human heart's ability to feel capable of loving. Like this is a time in these next few days where we can really ground into our safety and our belonging as the ground of everything that we build in the Capricorn energies. Because, okay, Capricorn is so powerful right now, and Aquarius, and this is where we're going to close. We're just going to touch on how this month is such an amazing entrance into 26 because it's bringing us into the structural elements. Capricorn has 4 planets in Capricorn right now. We're going to have 2 really big stelliums, which are big groupings of planets. in Capricorn and also in Aquarius, January 7th and January 19th. And these involve most all the personal planets. So it's as if that there's this pilgrimage of the personal planets coming in to rewire and repattern all these layers of our psyche, our desire, our emotions, our needs, and bring them into alignment. So the transmission of Capricorn right now is stepping into the mature, responsible stewardship of our lives and the sacred responsibility going in to burn off any dead weight in our systems. So, what do you got to do in your operating systems, in your life systems to set you up for all of this incoming higher order energies that are coming when Aquarius hits later this month? So, mature action towards long held desires. And then we're going to move into Aquarius. And this is the launch pad. This is like we've structured things and we're ready to move into these new harmonic structures. So on January 19th, there's this massive stellium of planets that are half in the late degrees of Capricorn, half in the early degrees of Aquarius. And this is like such an amazing like threshold between structure and new, malleable, open to the evolutionary harmonic intelligence. So we're going to start to see our structures mirroring those things. So that's what you can put energy into in these next coming weeks to prepare for this new Aquarian, innovative, shifts in visionary ideas and bringing humanitarian goals and cultural shifts into focus. So I'm going to take a breath and see what's the final piece I want to land on here. Reconnecting to the energy in the space right now. These patterns are telling the story of what we're already involved in. And so, how is your form waking up to itself? And how are you walking through a period of time right now where you can be focused with a lot of like energy to put into the practical business level of taking steps towards your aspirations, action, making it happen, so that when the energy shifts into the visionary planes, that you're ready to fly and your systems can back it. So that's kind of one of the pieces. It's a dramatic gateway moment that we're stepping in with. And I'm just so incredibly turned on by the way the cosmos are mirroring. And really, I'm turned on by what's happening and what's alive in this space. So thank you so much for giving me the time to give this, story arc and touch on some of these elements. And yeah, more to come.
Thank you, Emily. I love how you've mirrored everyone who's come before you in bringing in these same concepts. And I really appreciate this. This is the choice to emerge, right? The responsibility, the action. We're all talking about, let's do this. And we're fully supported in doing it. So thank you. We're going to bring you back again. And you're going to play with us for the February 20th. But let's do some integration. Let's bring this into our bodies so we can mirror and move forward with the beautiful voice of Kristin Hoffmann one more time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That was incredible, Emily. And Marshall, I felt every cell just singing with excitement to harmonize. And so grateful. Okay, just a short song. This piece, let me turn off my reverb so I can. This piece is just asking us as we step into this new year together to slow down. Slow down. I think we're going so fast these days that we've almost forgotten how to slow down and listen and harmonize. And I think this is key to our ability to cohere. So slow down as you're hearing this song. Just feel your whole system slowing down, breathing, regulating, and remembering. Here we go. This is called Map of Souls. Take your time. It's your master plan, guiding you back home again. As the maidens cry, tears through the veils. Take your precious time, step by step. The tombs unsealed, lifetimes buried, now revealed. Feel the moonlight dance these ancient eyes. Step by step, you'll find listen deep. The greatest gift you can offer or receive. It's the heart that holds the map of souls. So listen deep, my dears, and step by step you will find it. Just take your precious time. Take your time. The answers will always come. Blessings.
Like I mentioned in the chat, we're going to bring Teresa on and all of our guests to just thank them with just a few announcements. And then Don Oscar Miro-Quesada is going to close us out with blessing and prayer. So if we could bring all of our guests back on, and we're going to let Teresa kind of wrap us in some coherence and pull that golden thread through for us, and then share a few announcements.
Yeah. And Omishar, when you get a chance, you can check your chat because I put the links that I'm going to share about, and we'll do that really quickly. But Oh gosh, I was crying the whole time. There was several people I was scrolling through, watching everyone listening together, especially a couple of times during your stuff, Kristin, during your music. And I'm so grateful to be able to be a part of a community who's actually choosing this. We're not just talking about it, we're actually choosing it. And what a powerful moment for us to say, yes, like no more waiting, right? No more waiting. It's alive inside of us. We can't hold it back anymore. It's time for it to emerge, and it's happening now. And there's nothing we need to do except for relax and let it happen. Let it happen. And Julie, I just want to, I want to take a minute, all of us on the call right now, all of us that are listening to the recordings that have been on all of these sessions, let's send Julie Krull so much love and appreciation for listening to the call to do the catapult. It was like calling her deeply. Thank you, Julie. Thank you for doing it with so much grace and so much eloquence and so much love and so much presence. Yeah. And you have so many incredible friends that you keep calling and bringing to the community and letting us share their love and their beauty and their brilliance. And so thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for all of the people that joined. Yeah. Yeah. And this is just the beginning. We have stuff happening tomorrow. We're going to put some links in the chat for 6 days of rest and inner stillness where we can come together and just continue every day at noon. Stay with us so that we can keep relaxing and letting the emergence occur by being together. We have a call on Saturday in the morning if you're thinking about the gene keys and you want to learn more about doing it, because I tell you, it's going to be an incredible current. So there'll be a link in the chat for that. There's going to be a lullabies for adults virtual concert on the 8th with Tatiana. Just so, again, we're going to be able to just dive in and relax. And then Julie Krull's going to join us on the Pulse in the middle of the month of January and the harmonic emergence. So stay connected with the connection field. Everything is happening here. There's opportunities every day for us to stay in this field together and support our individual and collective emergence. So thank you, everyone. I love you so much.
None of this would be possible without Teresa. So thank you, Teresa. You are the infrastructure. Thank you so much. You're essential, and we love you. We love all the gifts you share. Thank you so much. Thank you all guests, Kristin, Amelie, Don Oscar, Marshall, Brother Phil. Thank you all for contributing today. So appreciate it. And yeah, we look forward to our 2026. Watch the calendar, watch the emails. So with that, I'm going to invite Don Oscar to close us out with ceremony, blessings, prayer, and really appreciate everyone. After he's done, we can close with a little bit of silence and then take our mics and unmute and send greetings out into the noosphere on behalf of all of us. Let's just really pulse this beauty and grace and love that's been shared far and wide throughout the cosmos. So, Don Oscar.
You're muted.
As you all well know, there's no such thing as a closing, only a pause. And this is a pause for all of you. So I invite you all to direct both of your palms to the screen where you see the sacred fire burning. That flame is you. So receive the radiance of Wilcanina, of sacred fire, transmitted through the blessing of condor and eagle on my wand, giving form, making flesh, the prophecies of our ancient ones. And speak out loud, yet please mute yourselves first. The following words. Kanchai, Munai, Pachamama, Hunyui, Nyokani. Light, love, earth, united, I am. Once again, please. Kanchai, Munai, Pachamama, Hunyui, Nyokani. Light, love, earth, united, I am. Exhale all the air from your lungs and remaining with your palms directed to the flame. Pause on the exhalation. Now gently inhale through the nose, scooping up the medicine from the sacred altar that is behind me. Bringing your left hand over to your right shoulder, right hand over to your left shoulder. Retain the breath and gently exhale through the nose, anchoring your breath in your Hatung Songko, your universal heart. And then a final anchoring into your Wilka Koshko, your sacred center or your navel. 1, 2, 3, exhale, anchoring, embodying. You may relax your arms and receive these words of reminders by Rob Bresney that some of you may know. I quote, "Make the invisible dark force beautiful. Create a song out of your moans. Brag about your wounds. Dance reverently on the graves of your enemies. Sneak a gift to your bad self. Dissolve the ties that bind you to hollow intelligence. Seek the angel near the funky gully that winds through no man's land. Dig for treasure in the muddy puddle where the single lily grows." Unquotes. A reminder, my beloveds, to use all of our experiences of dissonance, of chaos, of perceived entropy, as what Julie mentioned, as compost, as mihushanku, as ritual feeding for our soul's maturation. So let us harvest what has moved you most during our time together. For not everything needs to be understood. Some truths land as warmth, some as tears, maybe some as a quiet yes that refuses to explain itself. And this is how emergence works. A butterfly does not argue its way out of the cocoon. It listens for the moment when pressure becomes permission. Give yourself permission and realize that you now stand at that edge. The choice to emerge need not be dramatic, yet it must always be devotional. It is choosing coherence over chaos without denying the chaos exists. It is choosing to walk forward with your heart open and your illusions fewer. You are leaving this space not with instructions carved in stone, but with a frequency entrained, a remembering carried in body. Indeed, as you re-enter your life, your conversations, your work, your uncertainty, know this. You do not have to convince anyone of what you know. Coherence persuades by presence alone. You do not have to rush the future, like our beloved Kristin has said. What is true ripens at its own pace. You do not walk alone. This field of connection moves within you, bonds you into an experience of sacred belongingness. Every time you choose listening over reaction, every time you choose relationship over righteousness, every time you choose love without martyrdom, the unitive age inches closer to breath. So let us bless what comes next. May you recognize the moment when the old reflex tries to return, and may you smile gently and choose again. May your nervous system learn safety in truth. May your voice remember its original tone. May your life become a conversation between courage and compassion. And when doubt arrives, because it will, may you remember this moment when you felt the future touch you from the inside. Once again, place both hands on your heart gently and receive this final Runasimi, mouth of the people, Quechua blessing. Close your eyes, center, and receive. Hanak pachamanta hamuska chaskaikuna, musikkia chaskarik kanchaiwang, nyauchaininta kawaikui, uhupacha mama kausai, sumach yuyaikuita kapa rixiwai, sunkuiki nanyikuta aingmanta rihuchi, kai pacha kausai taki, inti raimipa, kanchay niwang, kapak raimipa, rufay niwang, chusay ningkuta, kipuiwang, masingting kausay runakuna, hanak pacha hamuk nyawing chay, sunkuiki kausaypa, yana kuway, ayu runakuna, kapariskuna, yuyaykui, kochaska, nyawing chaway, kausayta, sumangmanta, winaychi, hinaya. Breathe deeply. And please listen. Listen.
Sorry?
Listen deeply to the celestial translation of these words. Celestial visitors of the upper world, full moon beings whose light reveals the unseen, cast your sight upon this altar that is your own heart. Open your vision. Mother of the inner earth, call forth the deep remembering and reveal the heart path that rises from your womb. Song of this living world, through the returning fire of the winter solstice and the radiant height of the summer solstice, bind our actions to right presence, kindred allies of sacred reciprocity, with the insight of those who come from the upper realms, guide our hearts in mutual aid. Ancestral community of givers and guardians with the seeing born of sacred remembering, help flourish in beauty all beings, seen and unseen. May this be our vow to catapult beyond fear into wholeness and love. Que así sea y así será. So mote it be. Walk in beauty, my beloveds. Thank you, Julie, for weaving this extraordinary community together, and thank you all for showing up so fully with love as your true nature. Until next time.
Break that silence with words either, but we all can unmute, send blessings. Thank you, Don Oscar. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here and joining us. Everyone here, I'm looking at all your beautiful faces. Thank you so much. You're welcome to unmute.
Thank you.
Thanks,
everyone.
Happy
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Blessings.
Namaste, my
Blessings
brothers
with
and
love
sisters.
and light.
Thanks.
To you, Happy New
Thank
Year.
you for this amazing, amazing
Blessings.
year with
Blessings.
love and emergence for
Happy year,
all.
love and
We
blessings.
love you. We love you. We love you. And so it is. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Drew.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Marshall, beautiful dog. Beautiful.
Thank you, all of you. Love, love.
Oh, family, love you so.
Oh, I love this part.
Hey,
I love this.
Omashar, thank you. Love you.
Omashar, thank you. Omashar, thank you. Omashar.
Thank you.
Omashar.
Love your music, Kristin. Thank you.
So grateful for
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you so much.
Gorgeous human.
Hey, Teresa, thank you.